Hey, I'm Stacy Lynn. Today we'll be making some spicy chicken wings with homemade blue cheese dressing.
Stacy Lynn, savor the good life.
Chicken wings are my favorite. They're like a separate food group to me. The skin is always crunchy and the meat is super tender. I want to tell you the cool story about how buffalo chicken wings began. Supposedly, an Italian restaurant in Buffalo, it was a wife and a husband team, ordered chicken necks and backs, and they got a wrong, mistaken delivery that turned into a situation where you turn lemons into lemonade. So, instead of making their famous spaghetti sauce that night, the wife said, hey, let's make an hors d'oeuvre for the bar. And she made chicken wings. They already had the blue cheese salad dressing for the salad, and so they just used it with their carrots and celery to cool off the mouth after the spicy sauce that she made for the chicken wings. So there you go. Really, I like to keep a party food really simple, so I just use salt and pepper. But you can get as complex as you want to get. You can make the sauces different, you can make the seasonings different, but salt and pepper is great to me, and all I need is a good blue cheese, which is going to be right here, and a great hot sauce. When I'm making chicken wings, I like to make the sauce first. I added a stick of butter to my pot, and I've already heated it up. I'm going to use 6 beautiful garlic cloves. Garlic makes everything better. One of my grandmothers, and it's not the one that cooks a whole lot, she used to always cook with garlic, and she put so much garlic in everything. I loved it. My mom did not. One thing about garlic is if you chop it just a little bit coarse, it will be sweeter. It won't be as bitter. So I'm going to put that right here into my butter. I've already heated. I'm going to put it back and get it a little bit more warm. And I'm going to add an entire cup of Iike hot sauce. Iike hot sauce has a very distinct flavor and it is wonderful. Now the other secret ingredient, Iike cane syrup. Okay, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup and maybe a little bit more for good measure. A little bit more to that. And as you see, I really don't like exact measurements, but you can tell what you're doing. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Delicious. And give it a good stir. Really, the butter just has to be melted and all the ingredients really stirred well, and then your sauce is done. All right, while I'm letting that simmer for a minute, I'm going to start the blue cheese dressing. Super easy. We make homemade mayonnaise, which I have in both my books because I think is very important. You're going to use a 1/2 cup or a cup of that, and just however much you're making. Equal parts that and sour cream. Okay, so I've got the sour cream in the bowl, and then I'm putting in the mayonnaise. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a little bit of salt. Okay, that's about a tablespoon, and about a teaspoon of pepper. I'm going to cut a lemon, squeeze the lemon juice in. Okay. Give your hands a good wipe. And then, however much blue cheese you want to put in it. I usually put about a 1/2 cup, which is the same amount of mayonnaise and sour cream. And you can look at it and see if you're going to want that much. You can always add more, but you can't take away. So do what you feel like you want to do. My family's a big blue cheese family. Okay, I'm going to stir that up. Once it's all blended, add the buttermilk. And that's how you make your homemade blue cheese dressing. It's easy as that. Okay, it's time for the chicken wings. I like to keep it simple with party foods. So all I do is literally put salt and pepper on my wings. You can use any kind of spice you want to. You can put paprika, you can do smoked paprika, you can do anything. But to me, I just like the salt and pepper because I want all of my flavor in the sauce. I want to taste that crunchy outside and that tender inside. So what I'm going to do now is drop a couple of these into my fryer into the pan it goes. I'm gonna put probably about 12 in at the time, and I'm gonna let it go for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll have some chicken wings. And here they go. Listen to the sizzle. Go very slowly. They're wet and they will pop. The oil will just fly out of that pan. I have it set on 350 degrees. If you're cooking in a Dutch oven, just put a temperature gauge in there and make sure it registers 350. It's gonna drop a little bit, but if you're doing it in cast iron, it may not, and you might have a lot of luck doing it in a cast iron Dutch oven. Okay. It's been exactly 8 minutes. Gonna lift up the lid, slowly and carefully lift up my chicken wings and dump them right onto the wire cooling rack. Got the chicken wings, I'm gonna let them cool for a second. I'm gonna stir my sauce, my beautiful, beautiful sauce. And I just can't wait for you to see this. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the bowl and swirl it around without the chicken wings in it so that everywhere that I put a chicken wing, it's going to be awesome. It's gonna get all of the hot sauce goodness. Okay, here we go. I'll be making the rest of them in just a minute, but I don't want to wait. I'm not the type of person that can wait for my food, but if you can put this wire rack in the oven, in a 200-degree oven with the chicken wings on it, and it'll keep it nice and warm until all the rest of the chicken wings are done. Okay, I've got all the sauce on here. My goodness gracious, that looks so good. I'm gonna plate a few on here. And I'm not one that just eats one or two either. So if you're on a high protein diet, you know you can eat all the protein you want. It's a free pass. Okay, then just gonna put a little bit of this awesome blue cheese right over to the side. And I don't like just a little bit of blue cheese when I'm eating party, spicy chicken wings. It's gotta be the real deal. Now, if you want great chicken wings, you have got to try this recipe. Those are my spicy chicken wings with homemade blue cheese dressing. I'm Stacey Lynn. See you next time.
Stacey Lynn.